Have you ever wondered what secrets hide behind the smile of the most mischievous trickster in Eastern mythology? Do you dare step closer, even if it means challenging an immortal who can transform into 72 shapes and stare right through your soul with fiery eyes? Welcome to MythX. Today, we peel back the layers of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, to reveal the bizarre and astonishing powers that make him a legend among gods and demons alike. By the time we reach our conclusion, you'll question whether any creature, mortal or immortal, can truly stand against him. Hang on, because once you learn what this trickster is truly capable of, you might never see your own shadow the same way again. Before we dive into his transformations and powers, picture a jagged mountain and a magical stone nourished by the energies of heaven and earth. That's where our cunning hero was born. The rock cracked open, and out sprang a monkey that laughed in the face of thunder. He was no ordinary monkey. His eyes flared with an uncanny glint, as if they held the reflection of storms destined to be unleashed. This birth alone was an omen, hinting that the fate of gods and demons would be rattled by an audacious creature who had no fear of the heavens above or the underworld below. Sun Wukong's path began with a quest for power and immortality. He studied under a secretive Taoist master, and during this time, he became a shape-shifting prodigy. He gleaned mystical truths that transcended mortal comprehension. Some whispered that he cheated the afterlife by erasing his name from the Book of Life and Death. Others claim he grew so bold he challenged the Jade Emperor himself. And perhaps his most intriguing secret, the 72 transformations that made him the greatest chameleon in mythic history. But the question is, what do those shapes say about his soul or about ours? Tonight, we're creeping through Sun Wukong's cosmic resume to expose how each trick reveals a deeper, more unsettling power. Get ready, because the illusions are about to become very real, very fast. Let's open the forbidden grimoire of Sun Wukong's shape-shifting arts, called the 72 earthly transformations. These bizarre skills are more than just parlor tricks. They allow him to morph into demons, animals, monsters, even inanimate objects, a level of versatility that challenges the boundaries of existence. One moment, he's a fierce lion, swallowing up the battlefield with thunderous roars. The next, he's a tiny bird perched inconspicuously on your windowsill, listening to every secret. All it takes is a swirl of cosmic energy in his fingertips, and reality bends to his will. Yet the transformations can be more unsettling. He can become a venomous snake sliding under your defenses, or even a fish lurking in the watery depths to spy on hidden domains. It doesn't stop there. Sun Wukong can shrink himself into the size of a mere speck, invisible to unsuspecting eyes, or expand into a titan that dwarfs mountains. He can become a tree, blending seamlessly into a lush forest, or slip into the form of a temple sculpture, spying on priests as they pray. Think about the terrifying implications. In battle, you never know if your weapon is real or if it's actually Wukong, poised to strike when your guard is down. Each transformation isn't just for show. Every shape represents an aspect of nature, the human psyche, or even cosmic law. Turning into a dragon resonates with the unstoppable forces of chaos and transformation. Taking the form of a wise old monk might reflect the Monkey King's own inner search for enlightenment. Is it all a way to mock fate, or is he teaching us that every form is temporary and identity is fluid? It gets darker when we consider his cunning. If you stand in his wave, he might become a monstrous demon twice your size, just to crush your spirit. But if you're a powerful adversary with monstrous defenses, he might appear as a charming young dancer, slip into your fortress, and sabotage your plans from the inside. The 72 transformations hold a mirror to human vulnerability, our desire to cling to what is familiar, even though we live in a constantly shifting world. Think about the chilling thought that the chair you're sitting on or the bird singing outside your window could be Sun Wukong in disguise, watching your every move. In a reality where illusions can be so complete, who can you trust? The potential for paranoia and betrayal is endless. And that's the real genius of these transformations. They keep enemies guessing, and they remind us that we are never as safe as we think. But those shape-shifting powers are just the tip of the iceberg. Let's probe deeper into the staff that single-handedly shook the ocean floor and can obliterate entire armies, sometimes without a single word spoken. Next on our list of Sun Wukong's mind-boggling abilities is his mythical staff, the Ruyi Jingu Bang. Forged in the ocean's depths and once used by the Dragon King to measure sea levels, this iron pillar thrums with celestial energy. But it's not just any rod of metal. With a single command, it can shrink to the size of a needle, light enough to tuck behind the Monkey King's ear, or expand into a sky-splitting column that can topple palaces. In battle, the staff becomes a blur, hitting foes so swiftly they barely register the moment of impact. Imagine an infinitely adjustable weapon that adapts to every situation, able to slip through prison bars at one moment, then obliterate entire walls the next. The staff is rumored to be as heavy as a mountain, yet Sun Wukong handles it with playful ease. And if you suspect that an iron pillar might be too obvious a threat, remember that the staff can disguise itself too, blending into the environment or lying in wait like a dormant serpent. It's more than raw power. The Ruyi Jingu Bang symbolizes Wukong's defiance of boundaries. No prison can hold him, no chain can keep him bound, because his staff can shapeshift just as he does. Together, staff and monkey are a force of cosmic rebellion, slashing through illusions of authority. Many have tried to claim the staff for themselves, but they only discover that it refuses to budge. The staff recognizes no other master. If you ever see Wukong twirl that metal rod overhead, run, or better yet, bow. An unspoken truth behind the staff is that it was created in a realm beyond mortal comprehension, a place where primordial energies seethe with chaotic potential. Sun Wukong isn't just wielding a magic weapon. He's holding a piece of ancient, churning cosmos, harnessed in iron. And if you believe the legends, the staff is alive with some primal intelligence, drawn to Sun Wukong's spirit of unbridled mischief and unstoppable might. Still, what good is a powerful staff if you can't see through illusions on the battlefield? That leads us to our next secret, a power that radiates from Wukong's burning irises like a torch in the night. Sun Wukong's eyes weren't always infused with divine fire. The origin story is as bizarre as it is haunting. When he was smelted in the crucible of Laozi's 8-trigram furnace as punishment for his insolence, the intense flames burned his eyes to a crisp. But out of that torment emerged a new gift, the Huoyan Jinjing, eyes that pierce illusions. These fiery eyes aren't just about seeing through your everyday magic trick. They can detect malicious spirits lurking beneath human skin. They can unravel disguises that even the gods themselves can't see through. Sun Wukong can spy hidden weaknesses in an opponent's fortress or observe the flow of energy within a sacred talisman. With one glare, illusions fall away like ash in the wind. This ability is a nightmare for those who rely on trickery, pretending to be an emperor. A wandering monk or even a confused villager offers no protection. Wukong's eyes see past flesh and bones to the truth of your essence. And if you're on his list, there is nowhere to hide. But let's explore the darker side of the Huoyan Jinjing. The flames that gave him this sight also scarred his soul. Some legends say the swirling embers in his pupils reflect the torment he endured, fueling his rebellious nature. Others believe these eyes bind him to a cosmic cycle, forever chasing illusions, even as he sees through them. But one thing is certain, if those fiery orbs fix on you, your secrets are laid bare. In a world where truth can be dangerous, few things are more terrifying than an enemy who knows exactly who you are. We can't talk about the Monkey King without addressing the real reason he's so compelling. He's a rebel to the core. But rebellion isn't just about challenging authority. It's about rewriting the rules of reality. Consider how he stormed the gates of heaven, demanding recognition, or how he raided the underworld's registers to grant himself immortality. Each exploit was a giant middle finger to the cosmic order. His powers force us to ask, is Sun Wukong a hero or a villain? He's chaotic, unpredictable, and thrives on upending hierarchies. Yet he's also driven by a twisted sense of loyalty to his friends and a fierce devotion to his allies. He'll stand against demons threatening innocent lives, but he'll also break the universe's rules if it suits him. This duality feeds his unstoppable might, as well as his capacity for mischief. Because who can truly control him? The gods tried to discipline him with the gold fillet crown, a band placed around his head that tightens at a special chant. Yet even that magical shackle doesn't break him. It only directs his boundless energy toward tasks like protecting the monk Tang Sanzang on the journey to the west. In many ways, Sun Wukong embodies the primal spark of our own rebellious instincts. We all yearn, at some level, to topple what we see as unjust constraints. We might not breathe immortality or crush mountains with a staff, but the spirit of defiance resonates deep. Whether that defiance is righteous or reckless is up to interpretation. Still, the legend remains. Once the heavens themselves have felt the thunder of his staff, there's no going back to the way things were. Now let's journey into the underbelly of his shape-shifting feats. The 72 transformations are more than just an arsenal of disguises. Each monstrous, divine, or mundane form can be seen as a doorway into a deeper aspect of consciousness. Here's the unsettling part. The art of metamorphosis isn't just a power. It's a reflection of the chaos that lurks inside all beings. Why 72? Some scholars link the number to the cycles of the Chinese zodiac or the cosmic patterns embedded in ancient astronomy. Each transformation might represent a fragment of universal energy, something we can't see but can sense in the rustling wind or in the nightmares that jar us awake at 3 a.m. In adopting the form of an animal, Sun Wukong embodies primal instincts like cunning, aggression, or survival. Taking the shape of an inanimate object reminds us that even the most lifeless facade can conceal a living force. When the Monkey King becomes a watery spirit or a flame creature, he's tapping into elemental energies that predate humanity's existence. The transformations show us that identity is never fixed, that you can shift and twist in ways you never imagined. Yet there is a price to pay. The deeper he goes into these transformations, the more he risks losing himself in the swirling chaos of possibility. Is there a dark corner of his mind that doesn't want to return to being a monkey at all? Could he become something even darker and more terrible if he chose to remain in the form of a mighty demon? These questions linger, adding an unsettling aura around every metamorphosis. We've all felt the tug of transformation when anger turns us into beasts or heartbreak makes us feel like a broken object. Sun Wukong's shape-shifting puts a mythic spin on that universal human experience. We transform emotionally every day, but he does it physically, revealing the truth that the line between self and shape is thinner than we dare to admit. Power doesn't exist in a vacuum. For every heroic feat or epic trick, there are consequences. Sun Wukong's story is riddled with punishments from gods, humiliations at the hands of Buddha, and near total destruction in Laozi's furnace. In some tellings, his arrogance nearly tears the fabric of reality. Imagine the cosmic backlash of an immortal monkey rewriting destiny, one misadventure at a time. Yet, time after time, Wukong emerges stronger. The repeated cosmic retributions only serve to sharpen his abilities. It's as if each punishment polishes him like a stone, intensifying his rebellious glow. The question is, does his power corrupt him, or does it merely highlight the corruption inherent in the world he defies? This tension between unstoppable force And cosmic punishment is part of what makes Sun Wukong's tale so addictive. He's not a clean-cut superhero. He's a deeply flawed being who uses cunning and raw might to push back against cosmic forces. And every time he crosses a new line, we hold our breath, wondering if this might be the moment he's finally broken beyond repair. In Journey to the West, he ultimately channels his chaotic energy toward a noble goal, escorting Tang Sanzang to retrieve sacred texts. But even then, his methods are far from pure. He slaughters demons without remorse and deceives entire villages. Even heaven and hell can't predict his next move. That unpredictability makes part of his warped charm. At this point, you might be feeling a peculiar mixture of awe and unease. That's exactly how this tale is meant to be experienced. Sun Wukong is a figure who stands at the crossroads of cosmic and human, fun and terrifying, wise and foolish. He's a mirror held up to our own complexities. After all, who among us hasn't longed for the power to change forms at will, to bend reality to our desires, to see the hidden truths behind every illusion? So don't let this story be the end of our adventure together. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay one step ahead of the illusions. Smash the like button if you enjoyed tiptoeing through the shadows of Chinese mythology. And if you dare, share your thoughts in the comments. Which of Sun Wukong's transformations intrigues you the most? Or do you have your own theory about the deeper meaning behind his fiery eyes? We thrive on bringing the strange, the arcane, and the riveting straight to your screen. Sun Wukong may mock the heavens, but he can't stop us from unlocking every cryptic corner of mythic history. If you're hungry for more bizarre powers and cosmic enigmas, stay tuned, because the next chapter might just reveal your deepest fears or your greatest awakening. Thank you for watching. And remember, if you ever sense a ripple in your reality, it might just be the Monkey King making you his next unwitting pawn. Until next time, keep your eyes open and tread carefully. This realm is a playground for tricksters, and Sun Wukong is the greatest trickster of them all.